This is the godfather of cinema with some news that I want to share with you about ChatGPT. For those who haven't heard of it yet,
9, 10, y'all.
ChatGPT, short for Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer, is an online text or text-to-speech chatbot that is indistinguishable from communicating with a real human. ChatGPT distinguishes itself from previous chatbots in that it belongs to a class called generative AI, meaning that it can create content on its own by referencing its vast database of human-created content. ChatGPT is capable of doing almost anything as good or better than a human.
Meow! Meow!
It can write code, a novel, poetry. It can write a full essay on anything that you can think of. It can do your homework. It can answer virtually any question. In fact, the thing is so good that many educators are worried that it could upend the educational system as we've come to know it.
B-A-B-E-B.
So good that Microsoft has invested billions into the technology startup company OpenAI and is working to integrate the technology into its suite of Office products. Other tech companies are also scrambling to roll out similar AI to the public due to ChatGPT's popularity. I came across an article on Washington Post website that says that Meta, formerly Facebook, is coming out with its own version of ChatGPT. Google is also rushing its version of ChatGPT out by shortening the process of assessing and mitigating the potential harm that may result from doing so. Until recently, companies were hesitant about making their respective breakthroughs in AI technology public. When Google developer Blake Lemoine went public with his belief that Google's chatbot Lambda showed signs that it had become sentient, the company suspended him. Consequently, Google held back on releasing Lambda to the public, and Microsoft held back on releasing its own AI chatbot to the public called Tay in 2016 after trolls prompted the chatbot to call for a race war, to defend Adolf Hitler for slaughtering Jews, and to blame Jews for 9/11. Well, that was then and this is now. After seeing ChatGPT's website reach 1 million users in under 1 week and 100 million users to date, all of the big tech companies have made AI their top priority.
Let's knock this motherfucker out of the park!
In this same Washington Post article, a Google spokesperson expressed her concern about rushing AI out to the public. We need to consider the broader societal impacts these innovations can have, she said.
In order to change a human being into this.
No, I don't believe it.
On January the 11th, 2023, a tech marketing agency called Code Word put out a news release announcing that it had added 2 AI interns to its staff. Aiden and Aiko, the AI interns, will work on Code Word's design and editorial teams respectively.
I don't believe it.
Under Senior Art Director Emilio Ramos and Senior Editor Terrence Doyle. According to Code Word, both interns will be given creative assignments, journal on the company's blog and social media accounts, and receive periodic performance evaluations over the course of their 3-month apprenticeship. You can read the news release yourself at globenewswire.com/news, where you can also see the digitized faces of these interns as well. So when you read things like this, it's hard to believe that these advances in automation and AI like ChatGPT will create more jobs than they will eliminate, being that we've seen more layoffs in the tech sector in 2022 and 23 than we've ever seen. In January 2023, the tech sector cut 60,000 jobs. IBM, 3,900 jobs. Google parent Alphabet, 12,000 jobs. Amazon, 18,000 19,000 jobs. Carvana, 2,500 jobs. Coinbase, 950 jobs. Lyft, 700 jobs. Meta, 11,000 jobs. Microsoft, 11,000 jobs. PayPal, 2,000 jobs. Robinhood, 780 jobs. Salesforce, 7,300 jobs. Snap, 5,600 jobs. By now I think you get the picture. All told, tech layoffs represented a quarter of all layoffs in 2022 in an economy that grew by 517,000 jobs last month.
Well, allow me to retort.
All told. And I wonder if the companies that are developing AI like ChatGPT, companies like Microsoft, Meta, Alphabet, and others, will use the technology to take up the slack of the thousands they laid off due to the pressure that rising interest rates and inflation has put on the economy. If adding ChatGPT and AI like it will create more jobs than they will eliminate, then why are these companies laying off tens of thousands while at the same time investing billions on ChatGPT and similar AI? I believe that it is time for workers to view ChatGPT and AI like it as existential threats in the workplace, because no job is safe anymore. An article on Insider's website lists 10 jobs where humans are likely to be supplanted by AI immediately. Those are tech jobs, media jobs, legal industry jobs, market research analysts.
Go get a job at fucking McDonald's!
As well as making it easier for students to cheat with ChatGPT. Its creator, Mira Murati, also hinted in an interview with Time that the tech might also be used to teach students. In other words, to replace school teachers. Here's what she said in her own words, and read between the lines. People are in classrooms of, say, 30 people. Everyone has different backgrounds, ways of learning, and everyone is getting basically the same curriculum. With tools like ChatGPT, you can endlessly converse with a model to understand a concept in a way that is catered to your level of understanding. It has immense potential to help us with personalized education. New York City schools have banned ChatGPT with good reason. Students using it to cheat and not using it to learn. Rounding out the 10 jobs that are likely to be supplanted by AI, according to the article I read on Insider's website, are finance jobs, stock traders, graphic designers, accountants, and customer service agents. A 2022 study by a tech research company called Gartner predicted that ChatGPT and related AI will account for 25% of all customer agents by 2027.
The man most directly responsible is Miles Bennett Dyson.
And if all of this doesn't make you a little concerned, consider this. ChatGPT scored a passing grade on a U.S. medical licensing exam, a Wharton Business School MBA exam, in addition to 4 major university law exams. The implications that this disruptive technology will have on your ability to land a job out of college in the upcoming years should concern you. I'm concerned.
Skynet begins to learn at a geometric rate.
Because not only can ChatGPT do these jobs and more, it can also interview for your job. Very well.
Why did you give her sexuality? She could have been a gray box.
According to an article I read on Mashable's website, ChatGPT successfully interviewed for 3 high-paying jobs. For a coder at Google starting at $187,000 a year, for a coder at Amazon starting at $135,000 a year, and for a job as a communications consultant at Schwab starting at $56,000 a year. Now, there are some who will dismiss projections that ChatGPT and AI like it will displace jobs across the board because they believe that these technologies are designed to make our jobs easier, safer, and more efficient.
I don't believe it.
After all, Even data collected by the Bureau of Labor statistically supports the notion that AI and automation will create as many or even more jobs than they will take away from humans. However, I would like to call your attention to a couple of interesting articles I came across while researching this video. The first comes from Insider, dated May 27, 2016, in which McDonald's CEO Steve Easterbrook said that the chain would not be replacing its workers with machines, even if they had to raise its workers' wages up to $15 an hour. He said that the company would only be automating food preparation, which would allow its workers to interact more directly with customers. Mr. Easterbrook's statement contradicted former McDonald's CEO Ed Renzi's statement that it is cheaper to buy a $35,000 robotic arm than it is to hire an employee who's inefficient, making $15 an hour bagging French fries. He went on to say that raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour will mean wiping out thousands of entry-level opportunities for people without many other options. Mr. Renzi's dystopian view was seconded by the CEO of Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, who also warned of a corporate backlash against raising the minimum wage and that automation will become ubiquitous in airports and grocery stores as well as restaurants.
I don't believe it.
Again, this article on Insider's website came out in 2016, and remember McDonald's then CEO Steve Easterbrook's statement that the company had no plans to fully automate its restaurants and that any machines that they added would free up workers to interact with the customers. Now, let's fast forward from this May 27, 2016 article on Insider to a December 22nd, 2022 article on Newsweek's website. In Fort Worth, Texas, McDonald's opened its first fully automated restaurant with 0 humans. The restaurant is part of the company's growth strategy called Accelerating the Arches.
Go get a job at fucking McDonald's!
That they claim is focused on improving customer experiences. So, looks like former McDonald's CEO Ed Renzi's dire prediction regarding the company's reaction against raising the minimum wage at the restaurants was correct. Who needed a human when you could have a robot that worked for a fraction of what you paid a human? Like I pointed out earlier, all of the big tech corporations that have laid off tens of thousands from the previous year to this year are pouring billions with a capital B B-A-B-E-B into ChatGPT and AI technologies. And remember this, the key objective in any business in a capitalist system is making a profit.
Looks like you've been holding out on me.
And all of the tech companies that are laying people off by the tens of thousands are unloading what they believe are liabilities to go after what they believe will maximize their profits or bottom line, and that is artificial intelligence.
Gonna have a bankroll so big it's gonna look like your pockets got the mumps.
Speaking of which, not even courtrooms are sacrosanct when it comes to ChatGPT.
What?
In an article I read on Vice's website, a judge in Colombia admitted to consulting with ChatGPT and using its responses in his decision on a case. Judge Garcia wrote that the arguments for his decision will be determined in line with the use of artificial intelligence. Australian singer and songwriter Nick Cave voiced his own concerns about ChatGPT after someone sent him the lyrics to a song that ChatGPT styled after his own songs. It can never be rolled back or slowed down, he said, adding that the apocalypse is well on its way.
The man most directly responsible is Miles Bennett Dyson.
I'll end this video with an article I read on Daily Mail's website about a New York rabbi named Josh Franklin who gave a sermon on Joseph's forgiveness and the power of opening ourselves up to being vulnerable. The rabbi included a reference to an author and professor named Breen Brown, whose works tend to focus on shame. Finishing his sermon, Rabbi Josh Franklin confessed to his congregation that he had plagiarized his sermon, which had actually been written by ChatGPT.
Artificial intelligence.
And this was not the most shocking thing, that he delivered this stirring sermon that was written by a chatbot. The most shocking thing is what his congregants did in response to this revelation, that his sermon was written by ChatGPT. They all clapped and laughed. But what about you? Do you think that artificial intelligence and automation will create more jobs than they will eliminate? Do you think that automation and AI are designed to make our jobs easier? Or do you think these technologies are designed to ultimately replace us to maximize the profits of the companies implementing them into their workplaces? Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the Godfather of Cinema, movie reviews and more. Hit the bell to be notified of my future videos and leave a small donation if you like this video and would like to help me to make more like it in the future. Thanks, and until next time.